Joining us in studio today, we have a very special guest, Pinnacle Panther boys basketball coach Ray Jones. We're going to talk about some summer workouts, good stuff coming up with the Pinnacle program. Coach, it's always a pleasure to get you in.
Man, always good to be here, Jordan.
Always look forward to the conversations, and it's that time once again. We're talking about the Pinnacle Schools Youth Basketball Camp. Is this your 4 or 3?
This is year 3.
Year 3, okay.
Yeah,
because
third summer.
I remember you coming in, we talked about this, kind of where you wanted it to grow, and here we are all these years later. It's still going strong, obviously. Some things have definitely worked out, and you guys are coming back July 10th, 11th, and 12th.
Yeah, yep, that's for the elite camp. So there's actually 3. We switched it up. We have an elite camp for high school kids who are playing on a team or going to play, going to try out. That will be July 17th through the 20th. And then the youth camp will be the July 10th through the, was that 13th, I believe?
12th.
Yep, there we go. So we'll do 3 days for them and 4 days for the elite and 4 days for the individual.
Are you happy with where the camp has gone over the last couple of years?
Yeah, man, it's really cool. I mean, not having run a ton of camps on my own, I've run some, but man, to see the amount of kids that actually come out and the kind of camaraderie that builds throughout the community and the people that have came out and supported is really kind of like awe-inspiring. Like you look at it and you're going, wow, they're actually bringing their kids to this. This is sweet. So it's been great, man, and the kids are fun in general.
So I have to ask, how has the success on the court for Pinnacle helped the camp?
You know what? I think it's helped. I think that has played a portion of it. And with last season being our biggest season, I can't give any direct correlation, but I'm hoping that will continue to grow and it will show kids like, I told somebody this today. I said, man, like X's and O's on a basketball court are cool. Like it's needed. It's whatever. It's to know what you're doing. But where my bread and butter has always lied is what we do in the summer. It's the development of a player. And if you can develop a player, it doesn't really matter what play I run up. They can do it because they can dribble, they can shoot, and they can pass. So I'm hoping that kids will understand that, and that will make them buy in to see that our success didn't just come from having a high basketball IQ. It came from getting on the court and actually getting better.
So let's talk about the youth camp first. Mm-hmm. July 10th, 11th, and 12th, what you guys are trying to teach these kids, because you have 2 different sessions, grades 3 through 5, and then we move into grades 6 through 8. Mm-hmm. So this is before the elite camp, some of the younger kids, 2 different age groups. What are you teaching and why are they held at different times, I guess is the question. Yeah,
so the elementary kids, some of that is just to spark a passion for the game. You know, I didn't even realize I liked basketball until the 6th grade. And it's because, I was a baseball guy. So it's cool to just be able to get the kids out and kind of show them some of the basics, show them shooting drills and show them dribbling drills and play different games to show them that it's not just, this grueling thing and you're crying all the time and you're hurt. It's like, no, it can be fun. Like the game can be fun and you can have fun working hard. And so it's kind of introducing them into that element of working hard and having fun at the exact same time.
And then we move into 6th and 8th. You ramp things up a little bit with the 6th, 7th, and 8th graders.
Yep. We tighten them up a little bit. By then, I'm hoping they have somewhat of a passion already, and that's why they're here. And so we just try to teach them some of the more fundamental portions of the game so that they actually know how to get better. Because that's one thing that I learned coming to, more towards the high school level after being in college and pro and all these different things. A lot of times kids these days don't really know how to get better. They might have the idea that they want to get better, but if you give them a ball and go to the park and say, okay, I'm dropping you off for an hour, go do something, you'll see them shooting from 40 feet out. And it's only because they see Steph Curry do it and they're like, well, this is what's going to get me better. And I've seen it with my own eyes and I'm like, that's not it. So I'm hoping with the 6 through 8 camp that we can teach kids like, yep, you want to get better. This is actually how you can do it. And you can do this on your own. You can do this with your friends. Just do it and you'll get better.
And of course, it's very, very cost friendly. That is something that you have always put a big emphasis on. I remember going back to our first time talking about this camp. You said you wanted something where every kid has the ability to go.
Absolutely. And that was huge. And shout out to Ms. Hardy, the principal at Pinnacle. She has been phenomenal when it comes to sports. I don't even know if enough people know that about her. She loves sports. Like she's a competitor. Anyone who's talked to her knows she's a real competitive person. And so when it came to this, it was like, this is what we see. And she was like, nah, like, let's do it. Let's get these kids in this gym. Let's get them in here. Let's get them shirts. Let's feed them. Let's do what we got to do. And let's bring as many people as we can. Because I think sports, at least where I'm from, sports saved a lot of lives. And I think you can teach a lot of lessons through it. So she's big on that.
And the cost is only $25.
$25.
But you do have limited entries.
Yeah. We definitely got, we won't give a cap, but we just tell people get in as soon as you can, because we've got to get shirts ordered. We've got to do all that stuff, but we want as many people that can come as possible. So if your friend has a friend that has a friend that has a babysitter that has a friend, tell them to. And that's not just in Price. That's in Emory, that's Green River, that's wherever, anywhere close to us. Bring them out.
Again, our guest right now is Coach Ray Jones of the Pinnacle Panther boys basketball team. Coach, let's talk about the Elite Camp. That's a little bit later in the month of July, but this has got to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. So this one, this is the big one that we really, it's new for us. And actually to jump back to the individual skills camp, that'll be in June, from June 19th to the 22nd. Those two kind of play off of each other a little bit. The individual camp, anybody can come out, whether you play high school basketball, whether you want to, whether you don't want to. If you just want to come because your friend comes, whatever, we'll get a ton of basketball work, a ton of skills. And that one will be from 9 to 4. So it's all day affair, right? That's how we want it, right? And so bouncing off of that one to the Elite Camp, that's the one where we want it to be a juggernaut. And we've got helpers coming from Carbon. We've got helpers at Pinnacle. We've got people in the community that are coming. We want that to be a big brand of basketball. We want to take that one really, really serious, and we want kids to get ready to work for that one. And that's I think that one is the one that we can use to sharpen the blade the best, and really get kids ready for that coming season in November.
We see a different Coach Jones between the two as well, I assume.
Yeah, that one. If anybody wondered what it was like at a Pinnacle practice, then you come to the Elite Camp and you'll get to see, and they'll go, actually, he doesn't smile as much as we thought he did. So we'll get into Mamba Jones at that point. Shout out to Kobe.
So give me the dates of the 3 camps. So we do the individual, then we go to the youth, and then we go to the elite. Let's go over all the dates.
So June 19th through the 22nd, and that's coming up soon. That will be the individual skills camp. And then July 10th through the 12th, that's the youth camp. And then the July 17th through the 20th is the elite camp. So the elite and the youth are right next to each other. Youth first, then the elite, and then the individual is the only one in June. So we want everybody to come out to that. The elite and the individual are $100, and that one we felt was reasonable, just because it's for 4 days and it's from 9 to 4, and then the other one's from 9 to 5. And we provide lunch and T-shirts. So it's $100. That's $25 a day for a bunch of work, right? And if you add that out into hours, it's like $3, $5 an hour or something. So I think it's well worth it.
No question. How important are these camps to your basketball team? Because really at Pinnacle, I don't want to say you're a one-man band, because you're not. I know you got a great coaching staff, but with that being said, you guys do operate on a smaller budget, smaller time scale, right? You have to utilize these summer months for your basketball program.
Yeah. It's optional for everybody except for my guys. So for us, I mean, we use this time to really push it. And I mean, I hope the community can understand that, like, we one of my favorite sayings is iron sharpens iron. We compete against each other every day, right? Brody and Cole compete against each other every day. Johnny and Riker compete against each other every day. The ability to have, one of the Carbon girls go up against one of the Pinnacle girls, and they sharpen each other to the point where each one is competing against the other one. You have to get better, right? And so that's what we're trying to get involved in these camps, is if we can get kids from Green River, Emory, Carbon, Pinnacle, and all of a sudden these kids are fighting against each other, it's only going to help them during the season, because the person standing across from you in November is not going to care much about you. And so we want to be able to get that aggressiveness and that competitiveness in the summer and have that follow them to the season. So that's how important it is for our guys. We want them to compete against Carbon kids. We want them to compete against Green River kids, Emory kids, and we want to show them, no, we're right there. We're right there too. Like, we work hard too. And so for our guys, it's kind of a chip on the shoulder type of thing.
You and I talked throughout the entire year. This is kind of going off topic a little bit, but we talk during the basketball season. We talk before basketball. We talk after basketball. You're a rejuvenated man come summer. You know that? Spring. You're tired in the spring. I can sense it. You're rejuvenated come summertime.
Oh, man. Summer, man. Summer is where it's at. Summer, I mean, once the summer hits, and Miss Hardy and the other admin, they're always like, you got to take a break. Like, you need to get some rest. And I always say I will. I'm like, all right, I'm going to tone it down. I'm going to do this. And then by the time June 1st hits or May 25th hits, I'm like, all right, we got to do this in the gym. We got to start with the weights. Like, and you cannot help it, because soon winter's going to ask summer what you've done. And that's a quote I got from a coach that I really admire. He says, soon winter's going to ask the summer what you've done. And so the idea that I don't get these guys prepared in the summer terrifies me. And the idea of them getting better in the summer just makes me so happy. Like, I love to develop players. If I could, that is one thing I love to do above anything else. If they get better, it's a successful summer. And so, well, by the time summer hits, I'm ready to go. But yeah, you're right. By spring, I'm like, why do I coach? This is the worst thing in the world. Like, why do we do this? But yep, come summer, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, you're good.
I'm ready to
You're
go.
set. Before I let you go, 2 more questions. We got to go over the information. How do you register for the 3 camps? Best way to go about finding more info. We'll have it, I know, on our website, CastleCountryRadio.com, but there's other avenues as well.
Yeah, so I mean, there's flyers around. The best way would be the flyers, or getting it offline. And I know a lot of people have been posting it. And then if you scan the QR code, that'll take you to, and our one of our administrators, Ashley, she handles all that. She does an amazing job. I kind of just let them roll with that part. And so you just sign up for that, get your shirt size. You can pay the fee online. All that stuff can be done online. So flyers, Facebook, word of mouth. Call me, text me, email me. That's jonesr@pantheremail.com. It's on the flyer if you have any questions, or you can text me 501-952-1047. I will give all the information that I can. But yeah, we want to make it as easy as possible to get people access to it.
Coach, I appreciate the time. It's always great to get you in. Lastly, Heat Nuggets.
Man, I was hoping that question didn't come.
Oh, we got the cameras and
I know,
so
man. I know. I gotta go with the Nuggets, man. Jokic is just something different, and Jamal Murray is playing out of his mind.
I'm going Nuggets in 5.
I'm going Nuggets in 5 too. Okay. I got to. I think that's the man, Stockton Malone with a scoring Stockton and a unstoppable Malone. Like, I don't know. They're phenomenal. So I'm gonna go with Nuggets. But I would like Jimmy Buckets to get one at some point. I like Jimmy Butler.
Outside of Denver fans, everyone's rooting a little bit for Jimmy Butler, right?
I like Jimmy Butler.
Yeah. Who doesn't?
Yeah. How can you not?
Right.
Yeah. You're an absolute hater if you don't like
He's
Jimmy
defied
Butler.
logic once again.
Yes.
This entire postseason, he has defied logic.
And I'm leaving with this. I think he is Michael Jordan's son. And that's all I'm going to say. I think he is.
Coach, I appreciate you stopping by. It is always fun.
Always fun, Jordan. Thank you, bro.